We have been doing food bags here for probably about 8 years. The need, especially over the last year, has really exploded. For me, it became a shock, but then some of our senior adults, when they just could not believe that in Lubbock, Texas, we'd gotten to a point where not only were there kids, which you expect, but when there were thousands of kids. What we realized is that most of the elementary schools were covered, but the middle school, the ninth grade center out at Friendship, and then the high schools around this area were not picked up. And so we wanted to make sure those students had food as well. We have reached out through the community and schools organizers. They let me know as their numbers fluctuate and where the campuses are. Without the entire congregation involved, we wouldn't be able to do this. We do not budget for this. It's all designated donations where people want to give to this. So we are about probably around $4.50 a bag times 250 bags. So you kind of think how much that costs each week. And so it's a big undertaking, but our people love it. And it's an important thing that we do. And that's why we try to continue to add as we can add and make sure that the schools know, hey, if anybody shows up, if you hear of anybody, do not hesitate to call us and we'll get that extra bag to them, because there's just no need for a child not to have food. We totally understand that a hungry child doesn't learn, and the hungry child struggles to sit and listen, and I know there's a frustration with that. There's a stigma of embarrassment, and especially as you get older. And as you get older and you're having to take a bag, or you're having to say, I need help, it becomes even more difficult. And we wanted to make sure, by working with counselors, by working with whoever else there, some of the principals, that those kids were identified and that we could meet as many needs as possible. At Calvary Baptist Church, our people really do love our community. We have multiple outreaches all over the city, and we're always out there helping, feeding, and so we're always out there trying to make a difference in our community. We don't judge the need, we just try to meet the need. We don't know where people are at in their lives, and that's really none of our business, other than if we know that there's a need, we have to make an effort to reach that need and to meet that need. And I think that we're doing a pretty good job trying to do that, but we're going to continue to do that as long as this church is right here on 82nd and Slide.